Bruh.
Wow.
Whew.
Wow.
Damn.
Damn.
God damn.
That was crazy.
That was dope. Let's get right into it. The Houston Rockets beat the Boston Celtics 114-112. Dillon Brooks read all of your comments. Ahmed Thompson, 33 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Jalen Brown on the other side had 28, 4 and 4. Jayson Tatum with 19 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, but struggled mightily from the field, especially in the first half. Kwab, holy crap, what a game. What a comeback from the Rockets, who led for most of the game, then relinquished the lead, and when Boston looked like they were about to pull away, not so fast.
Yeah.
Not so fast. What a game. Specifically from the man who everybody was telling us is going to be out of the starting lineup if Jabari Smith comes back. Dillon Brooks. He read your comments, ladies and gentlemen. He read all of your comments. Every single person who commented on our last reaction video, give yourselves a pat on the back.
You did it.
You did it.
He did it for y'all.
This is all you.
He did it for
Clap your
y'all.
hands. Even if you're driving, clap. I don't care. Let go of the wheel.
You're driving.
Let go of the wheel.
No, please don't.
No, it's
No.
okay. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. Please, relax. You need to relax.
What a game. Yeah, I mean, just a quick synopsis of the game. You can tell the game plan early from the Celtics was, we're going to let you shoot the three.
Yeah.
You know, we're not Josh and Kwab. Every time we watch you play and we see you on film, you don't hit the three. And so we're going to give you the three. And Dillon Brooks honestly kept them in the game in the first quarter because Boston got off to a hot start, man, especially Jalen Brown. Jalen finished with 28, 10 of 23, but a lot of that efficiency came in the first quarter. I think he hit his first 4 shots, and a lot of it was like them getting out in transition very early on a secondary break or just getting the half court very quickly. He had Fred VanVleet in the post, hitting fadeaways in the post, or hitting early open threes. Once that went away, once the Rockets started taking that away, Jalen kind of struggled a bit. Jayson Tatum was in jail the whole game. Yes. Shout out Ahmed Thompson. Shout out to Ime Udoka and trapping Jayson on the pick and roll, making life very difficult for him. He missed. I don't think he had a field goal to the second half, and a lot of that was for the simple fact that A, he wasn't really touching the ball, and B, when he did shoot the ball, he didn't get good shots. I mean, it wasn't like he was missing open shots. The shots he was taking were contested. So Houston's defense right there. Shout out to them as well. And I just can't say enough about Ahmed Thompson. And I'm gonna say it, Kwab. I tweeted this. I know a lot of you don't follow me on Twitter, but I tweeted this at Josh_Rodriguez_, quick plug, that I had a wild Ahmed Thompson take that I want to say, but I feel like if I did say it, people would think that I'm clickbaiting. But I think I mean it.
Okay, let's hear it. What? You said wild. Okay.
Ahmed Thompson is an off-the-ball LeBron James. He's LeBron James.
I mean, that's not that crazy.
He's calling someone LeBron James is not crazy.
Okay, here's why. Here's why I don't think it's that crazy. Just because I've seen in some of Rockets
a younger version of LeBron, like back when Popovich like dared him to shoot the basketball.
Yes.
Like in his first finals run, like a lot of that LeBron, not LeBron today. I'm talking like early LeBron James, young 20s when teams would be in the paint and force him to shoot jumpers.
And I don't think that's wild in the sense because he has moments where you're just like, what? And that was like the young LeBron used to do when there would be like just unreal moments of like even this game when he had the sneak block when he came from behind and then got the Euro step layup on the other, like stuff like that where you just be like, how? So that's not that wild of a take. I understand what you're saying.
It's
like
how he affects the game.
Yes.
The man affects. He has the biggest imprint on the game, bigger than anybody on the court, and he doesn't even shoot outside the paint. I think he took 2 threes. He hit one in the corner. He missed the next one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check right now just to make sure I got this right. Yeah, he was 1 for 2 from 3.
1 for 2. Yep.
He's doing everything inside the paint, everything, literally, and on the fast break, pushing the basketball, finding players. He didn't have many assists tonight, but still pushing the ball and finding his teammates and making things happen on the offensive glass. Just defensively, I mean, we talk a lot about. I talked about Jalen Brown earlier, but once Jalen started getting guarded by, not so much Ahmed, but like Dillon Brooks, Jayson, that shut down, and that was the big reason why I think the Celtics lost this game was because of Ahmed Thompson's defense on Jayson Tatum. But then you also had Dillon Brooks and Jayson, and I'm missing someone too. Jalen Green did okay. In isolation, Celtics go ISO more than any team in the league. And the Rockets have the personnel to defend that. And once, in the early stuff, once the post-ups and the early on started happening with Jalen Brown, once they cut that off, and once they got into that half court and the game slowed down a little bit, Houston was able to kind of bend their will. And, man, what a game. This Houston Rock, I can't say enough. We just ranked them third. I kind of wanted to rank them second.
Yeah. Should have ranked them second, looking back on it. But hey, it's okay. It's okay. They're still we do it every week, baby. So check
We
the
do.
video next week. They might be two. They
Just
might
don't
be
lose your
higher.
next 2 games. Please don't lay an egg your next game. Please.
Like keep begging them, please. Also, with this game, Dillon Brooks shot unreal.
Michael Jordan.
Like insane.
It's thanks to our subscribers. 100%.
I think they said he broke a franchise record for made
Yeah,
three,
he had 10 threes.
which or a team or a franchise that's had a lot of Hall of Fame players like
James Harden.
who were amazing shooters. For him to be the one that did it, impressive. Like impressive game by him. Like you said before, he's the reason why they were in the game in the first half because it felt like the first quarter when the Celtics started, like Porzingis started off kind of hot. It felt like the Celtics were about to just bomb away on threes and then force the Rockets to shoot open shots and hope they miss. But Dillon Brooks was going off and kept them in the game. And honestly, one of the main factors why they won the game. The other one being Thompson. Crazy game. Like I understand what you're saying. Like you don't want your hot take to feel like clickbait, but there are moments he has when you look at him, you're like, yo, how? Like he's in a league where the most athletic players play. He's in the 1% of the 1%. Like
Yeah.
where NBA players who are the most athletic players look at him and be like, yo, he's not. What he does, him and his brother, what they do, like it's not normal. Some of the stuff they do is not normal. And he hit the game winner. On top of that, his defense is always been on point. Like he basically plays the whole game, locks down, never looks tired, and is making an impact all across the floor. Like great game by him.
Kwab, I hate to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
If I were to tell you the Houston Rockets not only took more threes, but made more threes than the Boston Celtics.
Yes. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Also,
too.
by the way, Rockets shoot 41.5% from three. It's the Josh and Kwab effect. So if you're a Houston Rockets fan, you got to beg us to watch every game because we're not going to review every Rockets game. Y'all just have had a really entertaining schedule lately. This is the truth. You're one of the best teams in the league, and you've played some of the best teams in the league, and that's why we're reviewing a lot of your games.
And all your games have been fire. Like,
right. Once you start playing the Jazz and the Hornets, we're not going to be doing.
Leave the Hornets alone. You're no Hornets slander. Leave the Hornets alone.
What I'm saying. But they continue to shoot 40%. When you and I watch, they shot more threes than the Celtics. This is a team. The Boston Celtics have been taking a percentage of their shots have been like 54% threes, which is the most in NBA history.
Yep.
The Rockets took more threes and hit more threes. That is a sentence, knowing these two teams, I didn't think I'd say this year.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy stat. It's a crazy stat. And to boot, like Thompson going 1 for 2, that's great. That's great for his development. Like him being willing to take the open shot is great for his development. I think two of the biggest plays, or not the biggest plays, two plays he had when I was watching kind of made me go, oh, wait a minute now, was when he had the ball free throw line extended, and I think it was either Lou Cornette, whoever was guarding him, was just kept backing up, keep giving him the open shot, and he just rose up and took the free throw jumper, and it was good.
Yeah.
If he's hitting that consistently, on top of being comfortable shooting open corner threes, he makes him so hard to guard.
Yeah, that was a shot Popovich was giving LeBron the first time in the finals in 2006.
Yep.
That's the exact way they guarded LeBron James. It reminds me so much of LeBron. Except he doesn't really run the offense in the way he can.
He can.
And he does lead the break sometimes.
Yeah.
But he doesn't run the half court like LeBron does most of the time.
Yeah.
That's like the only difference to me right now. And obviously LeBron's one of one when it comes to like body build and athleticism.
Yeah.
But I mean, right there, the way they play, it's so similar. It's actually freaky, and it's actually scary because I'm like, this guy when he's in his prime could be a top 5 player, top 3. I don't know.
It's scary.
Like,
he's already a top 5 defender in the league. Like,
100%.
Yeah.
But you talk about two-way player. I mean, if he gets a jump shot, dude,
it's a wrap.
We might be talking like again, like I don't know. This is hyperbole. Like I don't know if he's on Jokic like on that level, but top 5 ish.
He has is a possibility. It's about potential.
Like,
Is a dangerous word. Potential is a dangerous word.
I
But
don't
yeah,
want to get. I don't want to get
yeah,
that.
we'll get that
Let's
far back.
shift. Let's shift to the
But
Celtics.
but I was gonna
Um,
say this before we shift to the Celtics. I was gonna say this. With the Rockets, they didn't have Cam Whitmore, who was out with an
yeah,
illness, and also
Jabari too.
Jabari
We
Smith
know everybody.
is out with an injury, so they didn't have players. Celtics on the Celtics side, they were without Al Horford, Derek White, and Sam Hauser. So that's one of the other shooters. So they were without. They were also without players. Um, like you said before, Jayson Tatum didn't really have a to me he didn't really have a good game at all. First half, he was taking a lot of long threes,
Contested.
contested long threes. Like he didn't score. I think he scored 11 in the third quarter. That's when he actually started get going, and that was because they were hunting Steven Adams on the picks and the switches, and then Udoka decided, like you said, started blitzing, and then Houston went to their scrambling defense, and they're one of the best teams at it because they communicate. Their athletes get out there and contest shots. Good game by two players I wouldn't expect from the Celtics. Luke Cornett looked
Had a great game.
great, like he was dunking on cats,
Great
like
game.
just being impactful all around.
Yep.
Peyton Pritchard off the bench,
Another
always
great
hitting,
game.
always hitting
I think
threes.
he made every
Another
shot. I
great
know
game.
he didn't, but it felt like he made every shot he took.
It just felt like he hit every
Yeah.
shot. Also, I always say with Peyton, every time I watch him, for his size, he's always like in the paint, like causing havoc in terms of like forcing people to box him out
Yeah.
and get into his scrums and rebound. If you go back and watch the game, there's so many times that he had to be accounted for by the Rockets players because he was just in the paint, boxing out, and those little things that he does make him very impactful for the Celtics. Again, tough loss by the Celtics. We've talked about them a couple of times where we're like, well, they've kind of hit a little tough stretch right now in terms of how dominant they looked early on in the season and how they look now. Whereas, like, have they come back down to earth? Like, has their style of play kind of been figured out?
A little bit. I mean, Houston was doing the same thing the Lakers were doing a little bit. You know, like
Yeah.
they were there was one play. Porzingis made this shot.
Yeah.
But Porzingis posted up in the middle of the paint.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, there was not a single Rocket helping in the paint.
Yeah.
It was I forgot who was guarding Porzingis, but it was Porzingis' man, and everybody else was on the perimeter. Like,
Yeah.
we'll give you the two. If you're gonna hit a fadeaway in someone's mouth from the paint, we'll give you that. But we're not giving up the three. The Rockets took more threes. I know I said that already, but that just shows you like the three wasn't just available because the Celtics they're going to take the three. It doesn't matter
They're
if
gonna
Derek
take the
White's
three.
out.
Yeah. That's
They're gonna
the game
shoot the
plan.
three.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't as available. So I think teams are just kind of like, it's weird. It's a reversal of what you're used to, right? You're used to like packing the paint and helping in that direction. You're not used to kind of like not just staying home, but drifting towards the perimeter when the ball gets in the paint.
True. Yeah. I'll say this about the Celtics. It's kind of pointed out that are we not accounting for the fact that one, they had last year they went deep in the postseason, then three of their starters, well, two out of three of their starters played in the Olympics, Steve Kerr, which factors into it. They also had like an international game like Abu Dhabi against the Hawks early on in the season.
Yeah.
So I know the point that people were making is like, yeah, they're at that stretch where like they're probably looking towards the All-Star break to just get a little bit of a rest and just kind of reset and
I
get
think it's a
back
real
on
thing.
track.
I think that's a real thing with a lot of teams. I think that's one of the things though. Like you're making assumptions, right? I don't know. We're not in the locker room.
We're not in the locker
honest.
room. We're
not in the
just
planes.
we're assuming. Yep.
Yeah, like I mean, we can assume that the reason why, like the Cavs, are the Cavs struggling just because they're tired?
Yeah.
You know, are they warned? I don't know.
Have they hit their peak too early? Like
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
That question will be answered in a month or two.
Yep.
But I don't know. I think that's a fair question, but I don't know, man. I mean, again, like, and this is not to take anything away from the Rockets. They were missing Derek White, who's one of their better 3-point shooters. Al Horford does spread the floor when he's out there. Whether or not, you know, he scares you not from the threes is another question, but he takes threes.
Yep.
So you have two players, and Sam Hauser is I feel like every time he shoots, it goes in.
Yep.
So you're missing three players who take threes and who rely on them to spread the floor. Whether or not they're shooting, they're spreading the floor.
Yep.
Right? Like you can afford to pack the paint when Kata's playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When Springer's playing.
Yep.
I'll let Springer shoot a three. You know, but when it's Hauser, not necessarily.
Yeah.
So I think that
also like.
so I think it had something to do with it. But regardless, man, I just think I think teams are kind of catching on how to defend them. And then when you have a team like the Houston Rockets, who can guard ISO, you have Amen Thompson, you have Dillon Brooks, you have players who can, who can guard you. You know what I mean? You want to go ice, fine, go ahead. Good luck. You may score, but it's going to be tough.
It's gonna be tough. Yeah, it makes a difference. Like you're
And
not gonna get
think a
easy
team
buckets.
and that was again like I'm selfishly bringing it back to the Knicks.
Yeah.
That was the vision for the Knicks, right? It's like let's go to OG Anunoby, let's go get Mikal Bridges, so that in these type of scenarios when they go ISO, we can match up against them, we can guard their wings. But to me, I mean, not even to me, it's factual. The Rockets do it better. They're a better defensive team than the Knicks. Like this is the blueprint right here. What the Rockets are doing. This is what the Knicks want to do, is get defensive players to guard in ISO situations.
Yeah, it makes, like you said, it makes a difference. Like you can't, they're comfortable like staying on the perimeter, taking away the threes, and being like, hey, take tough twos. You take tough twos, the math.
And they were hitting them in the beginning.
Yeah, it works in your favor. Like I think also Porzingis getting into foul trouble early kind of slowed him down too, because
He got his fifth foul in the third quarter, bro.
Yeah, he looked like he was due. He's gonna end up having like a big game. The way he started off, I was like, okay, this might be it. But the Rockets have been impressive defensively all year. Like, regardless how well they have shot or how bad they have shot, like their defense to me has looked like it's always been on point. Even games they have lost, for them to be playing this well also offensively, like getting contributions from different players, like getting this type of contribution from Amen Thompson and Dillon Brooks. Usually it's been Jalen Green, who didn't have in terms of shooting, didn't have a good shooting game.
No, Nelly was all right today. He was all right.
Yeah.
Better second half.
Better second half, but like you really think about it, this is usually a sign of a good team where you can win multiple ways. You can from different players.
And also Jalen, I gotta give him credit. He didn't shoot well today, but he didn't take bad shots.
Yes,
and that's my problem. Like if you're missing, you're missing. Like Tari Eason couldn't hit the shot today, but the shots that he took, he was open, and you gotta take those. And when you do that, even though you miss, you're not disrupting the team's flow. You're not getting out of rhythm. You're playing the game. And I think that's a big reason why they were able to keep in rhythm. I'm not saying that Tari Eason missing threes is a reason why they won. I'm just saying in general.
He still hit two.
I thought Tari played okay. He didn't shoot well, but aside from that, I thought he played well. He played good defense. Ime was subbing him in and out with Jalen Green with offense, defense whenever he could. I mean, overall, great game. The Rockets, man, they're playing the best basketball outside of the OKC Thunder right now. They are.
Yeah.
They are. I think. Not just making a case, I think they're making a statement that they're the second best team in the West right now. I like Denver a lot. I think Denver at the end of the day is going to be there. I would love to see a Denver Nuggets Western Conference semifinal. Maybe we get it, maybe we don't.
A Denver what? Say that again.
A Denver Houston, sorry.
Yeah. I just want to.
What did I say?
Denver Nuggets.
They're going to play each other on the practice.
I was like, wait, hold on.
My bad. I would love to see a Denver-Houston Western Conference semifinal. That'd be fun.
Semifinals, yeah.
All right, well, listen, that's going to do it. What were you going to say?
No, go ahead, go.
You sure?
Yeah, go.
All right, that's going to do it. The Houston Rockets beat the Boston Celtics 114-112. We're taking off tomorrow, but Wednesday we are recapping the Denver Nuggets and the New York Knicks. Look at that. I'm excited, Kwab.
I'm gonna be there. So
all right, if you want to follow Dime, you can
I'll be
at the Dime NBA. I'm Josh Rodriguez at Josh_He's Kwab at Kwab. Yes, we'll see you next time for another episode of Dime. Peace.